Welcome, and thank you for tuning in to this Career Coach production. My name is Matt, and I'm a Career Readiness Coach at the University Career Center. Today we're going to talk about career documents, give a brief overview of what they are. The most common documents you may be asked to write are a resume, curriculum vitae or CV, cover letter, and personal statement. The resume and CV are similar documents that give a broad overview of your experiences, while the cover letter and personal statement give you the opportunity to share a bit more in depth about who you are. Let's take a closer look at what these documents are. A resume is a document that provides a brief summary of your experiences, qualifications, and skills specifically tailored to the job, internship, or opportunity you're applying for. Resumes are typically one page, expanding to a second page depending on relevant experience and qualifications. A CV is a broad and comprehensive recording of your professional and academic experiences. This type of document is usually used within academia and grows over time. It's important to note that in some parts of the world, the term resume and CV are used interchangeably. In the US, these are two separate documents with different uses. If you are applying for an opportunity outside of the US, it's important to research the career best practices of that country so you know what documents and information are expected. A great resource to find this kind of information is Going Global, which is linked below in the description. Here are a few tips as you start writing or update your resume and CV. First, avoid templates. Templates may seem like a quick and easy way to make your documents pop, but because they aren't formatted with your information in mind, they often leave your text looking crammed or out of place. Formatting these things yourself gives you more control over the look and feel of how they turn out. Second, quantify and add context. And this is helpful because it gives more depth to your experiences. To do this, think about the who, what, when, where, and why of what you've accomplished. For example, you might have something like this on your resume, read to elementary school students after school. But with a bit more context, this can become read to 3 classrooms of 25 plus second grade students to help with vocabulary development and literacy skills. You can see that the experience then takes on new meaning. If I were an employer, I can imagine a bit more clearly what you did in that position. Similarly, you might add that you presented at the undergrad research symposium to your CV. By adding a bit more detail, by listing your presentation in the form of a citation, you not only give more context to that experience, but you also show professional knowledge of the conventions of academia by creating and appropriately using citations. Third, take some time to get a variety of feedback on your documents. When thinking about who to ask for feedback, I personally like to ask a friend or someone who's in a similar place in their education or career, someone who's familiar with the type of opportunity or field that I'm applying in, and someone who's unfamiliar with the type of field or opportunity I'm applying for. I do this because I never know who will be on the hiring committee, and I want anyone who reads my resume or CV to understand the experiences that I've had. There's no one right way to craft these documents, and getting feedback from several sources will help you get different perspectives and insight. You might get conflicting feedback, and that's okay. At the end of the day, it's important to remember that these are your documents, and you get to make the final call on how you want to present yourself with them. Now we'll take a look at cover letters and personal statements. A cover letter is a document that you'll often be asked for in addition to a resume when applying for jobs and internships. It's written in letter format to the hiring committee, and it's your opportunity to talk about how you're qualified for the position you're applying for. While your resume is a brief summary, the cover letter is where you can go into greater detail about not just what you've done in the past, but how you did it. You'll have a limited amount of space, typically 1 to 2 pages, so it's important to focus on a few of your most important qualifications. A personal statement, then, is a document that's often asked for when applying to grad school or for scholarships and fellowships. This document is written in a narrative format and can range from 1 to 5 and sometimes even more pages. It's a chance for you to write about who you are beyond and in addition to your academic and work experiences. For both the cover letter and personal statement, it's important to pay attention to directions you receive about these documents. You may be given a prompt to respond to, or a specific page limit or word count. Make sure to read directions carefully and respond to the question prompts if applicable. Here are a few tips to keep in mind as you're writing a cover letter or personal statement. First, be yourself. It's okay to show a little bit of personality. While you do want these to have a professional voice, it's okay to talk about who you are and why you're interested in this field, company, position. Second, you may be tempted to address everything in your resume or cover letter. Resist this temptation and don't include everything. Focus on a few key skills and tell a story about how you developed them or used them. Did a particular skill or skill set help you accomplish a project? Or did you encounter a problem that was overcome by thinking outside the box? Write about it. Take a few sentences to tell a story, demonstrating what you have to offer. A third tip is to connect the dots for your reader. You never know who's going to be reading your documents or when they'll be reviewing them. Don't leave important information up in the air where the reader needs to make an assumption to understand the point you're trying to make. Even if it seems clear, step back and ask yourself if what you've written is what you want to convey. This has been an overview of career documents, and I hope something in the video has resonated with you. Whether you've written these before or are preparing to start for the first time, I want you to know that it's never too soon or too late to get started. In the description below, you'll find links to resources that go more in depth on writing these documents, along with some examples. Myself and all of us at the University Career Center are here to support you. You can schedule an appointment to meet one-on-one with a career readiness coach by visiting Navigate or calling our front desk at 541-346-3235. During fall, winter, and spring terms, we offer drop-in coaching as well. Check out our other videos on YouTube, find resources in Handshake, and stay up to date by following us on social media at UO Career Center. Thank you for watching and have a great day.